What's up, old school homies? Let's talk about the spiritual side of rock collecting. Eventually, it'll come into play. I would say if you collect rocks long enough and listen to other people talk about them, you can gather different feelings about the rocks. And it might sound weird for people to say, like, you have feelings about a rock, but people are the same way with the land or landscapes, plants, animals. Rocks are just another thing in nature. They're basically large specks of dirt. So, what's really special about rocks to me after collecting them for so long is learning how many different types there could be. Like, we might not have even found them all. Plus, when you're looking for them, they're radically different from each other each time you find one. So, it came to this point for me where I became a good enough rock collector to be able to find something interesting every time I rock collect. Almost, like once in a while I get skunked, but it's usually when I'm really trying to find something, like I'm just expecting something to be there that's not there, and that's part of the game. Eventually something will show up, and that's what I would consider a gift or a blessing. A lot of people would look at rocks or gemstones as gifts from God. If you watch enough rock collecting series on people that travel the world and collect rocks, most cultures believe gemstones and rocks and stuff to be gifts from God, or people that own native land, all the rocks on it are pretty sacred, or, like everybody devotes some sort of meaning to rocks, whether it's conscious or subconscious. If you take a rock and throw it at somebody, now you've participated in the forces of the rock, and everybody has their own way of politics with rocks. If you throw a rock out of anger, if you give a rock out of love, I would say there's a lot of different ways that rocks have played a part in spirituality over all of the sands of time. For me personally, it's really the probability of finding something that keeps me going with the rocks. My numbers are good enough. I meet the quotas of being able to find something interesting every time I go out. So that's success rates like that just don't really happen with other hobbies. It's just not the same. Then you're humbled once you find something better than everything else. It almost seems like the highest grade of rocks show you that there's a lot of other rocks that just are not even close. Like the grades are so far different that it teaches you a lesson to keep going further, and that you won't know the end. You'll never be able to find the end. You could try, but you'll continue.